Hey everyone, this is ZihKing. Not ZihKing, not ZihKing, but ZihKing. Welcome to my channel. The last time we spoke about finding a key or finding the key of a song. Today we'll be talking about rhythm and timing. So let's kick it off. When we talk about rhythm and timing in music, I think the best place to start would be defining a time signature, the time signature of a song. The time signature is that fraction looking thing you see on sheet music at the beginning of the staff. Yes, that 4/4 or 2/4 or 6/8. That's a time signature. The time signature basically tells you how many beats you can find within a bar or a measure. In this case, we'll be using the term bar instead of measure. This isn't Beethoven, this isn't Mozart. This is the modern age and we're dealing with DAW and digital music. So that the way I go about reading the time signature, I look at the number at the bottom. I look at the number at the base. The number at the base determine what type of beat we are dealing with. If it's a 4, it would be quarter notes. So 4 quarter notes. Get it? If it was a 8, it would be 8 notes we're talking about. And then the number at the top determines how many of them are in the bar. So for the case of 4/4, that's basically saying 4 quarter notes within a bar. 4/4 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3/4 would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And 2/2 would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So each of them have a different feel. This progresses through a song, but you don't hear it. This is the timing that the song is based on. So it's normally silent, or you would hear it in the form of a metronome. 4/4 is the typical music that we hear on the radio, dancehall. All my beats, all my music are based upon a 4/4 time signature. Waltz, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3/4 gives a waltzy feel. 1, 2, 1, 2. That gives like an army marching feel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So army music, marching music are normally based on a 2/2 time signature. If you look at the DAW, in this case, because we're not using sheet music, we're using DAW. This is where we would set the time signature. I never change this. All my music are in 4/4 time signature. So what this basically does, it creates the grid or shifts the grid when you change it. So if I change it to 4/8, you realize that the grid changes. So let's bring it back to 4/4. All right, so 4/4. So I explained the time signature. You don't have to worry about the time signature if you're doing dancehall or hip hop or anything like that. For the type of music that we do or I do, it never changes. So it stays at 4/4. The speed at which this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 progresses is determined by the tempo. So a faster 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 means that there's a faster tempo. This brings us to the definition of tempo. Tempo is how fast a song progresses over time. The tempo of the song is measured in BPM, and BPM stands for beats per minute. So that's number of beats within a minute. The higher the BPM, the more beats there are within a minute. So 100 BPM, 100 beats within a minute. And because we're working with 4/4, one beat is a quarter note. This is what a quarter note looks like on a grid. So change that to quarter note, and this is how it would sound using a kick. You realize it matches with the metronome. So that's an example of 4 quarter note kicks. There's something we call a phrase. And the phrase is a complete idea or the complete groove of a song. And then it repeats. In our music, a phrase normally consists of 4 bars, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And after those 4 bars, this phrase repeats. You normally hear people talk about 8 bar, 16 bar verses. So this is a 4 bar, so a 8 bar would be double this. And that's normally the size of a chorus or a size of a verse. And in some artists, some lyrical artists like 16 bars, so that they can have more space to spit a lot of lyrics. So let me give you an example. So we're going to use my beat Rockstar as an example. My left hand would be counting the bars and this will be counting the beat. This is the metronome. I set it to 95 and will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time it reaches 4, you realize that 1 bar goes by. So for this beat, let's pull it up again and see what's going on in the chorus. We're going to count the chorus. So right after the bop, 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 bop. So watch the chorus now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeats 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's an 8 bar chorus. You realize that one phrase is 4 bars and it repeats. Think of a dancehall song, a typical song, pop song, dancehall song, reggae song, and you'll hear most times, in some cases, the artist will repeat what they said in the chorus. So they said the idea on the first 4 bars and then they repeat the idea on the second 4 bars. This is something normal for dancehall, reggae, pop, sometimes hip hop. So you can find the song, feel the tempo, count along 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can use that to count the bars in a song. It might seem hard at first, but after a while, it becomes second nature the more you practice. It's like that skill that people take for granted because it's so natural, but some people, yeah, they have to learn this. They have to sit down and think about it. The next step is to come up with a rhythm. Yes, rhythm. When I say rhythm, I'm not talking about rhythm. When Jamaicans hear the term rhythm, we think about rhythm, which is the beat, the instrumental, the entire musical piece. However, in this case, we are talking about the musical term rhythm, which is a repeated groove or pattern. So now we have the tempo and the time signature. We are going to come up with a rhythm. I'm going to change the tempo to 90 and I'll come up with a oldies dancehall rhythm. Oldies dancehall rhythm is like a boop boop ch boop boop ch boop boop ch boop boop So let's come up with that sound using a tempo of 90. So first we'll start with the kick. Change the grid to 16 in this case, 16 notes. So quick side note. Look at this. If we have 4 quarter notes making up a bar, in this case, how many 16 notes would have? Would have 4 times 4, which is 16 notes within a bar using this time signature. I mentioned time signature a lot in this video, but don't worry about it too much. Just set it at 4/4 and you'll be okay. So we'll set the grid to 16 notes and I'll come up with my boop, 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 boop. That's too fast. Yeah, that sound. That's going on good. Yeah, that's the oldest dancehall type of vibe. So that's the rhythm we're working with. I would add a clap to it. So this is the oldest reggae rhythm. And what normally happens in dancehall music, on the second bar, they would do a little flair. And then the fourth bar, they'll finish it up. and then it repeats. So look at this. All right. So let's look at this now. So that's an oldies dancehall rhythm. So let's look at some other rhythms. Think about Afrobeat. Boop boop ba, cha 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 cha. For Afrobeat, the tempo is normally faster, so I'll set it at 105. Yeah, you see that? And then I'll copy this 4 times. Afrobeat. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you can normally play. This is the rhythm. You can play with the sounds a little. So instead of doing boop cha cha, we can boop boop cha cha cha. Right? You can change it up like this. See? Yeah, so this is like a Afrobeat rhythm. And then we'd add the instruments on top. But for now, we're just talking about the rhythm and we're trying to feel a rhythm and create a rhythm that we can beatbox. Cha, cha, cha. For reggaeton now, we would have a cha, 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 cha. And that's normally in the tempo of 90. So let's bring it back to 90 and see what's going on. Probably have to speed it up, but let's see. Cha, cha. So this is like a Afrobeat reggaeton. Depending on the other instruments in the music will determine that. But this is like a Afrobeat reggaeton type of vibe. Think of Sway Lee song. You see me? Yeah. Think of another reggaeton song and see if you feel the vibe. And in this case, the instrument would have a different kick or would have a different clap or snare or rim, but this is just the rhythm or the feel. Don't worry about the instruments, the individual instruments like the kick and the clap. I'm just trying to explain the feel of different types of rhythms. So we did the oldies dancehall, the Afrobeat, and the reggaeton slash Afrobeat type of vibe. Now let's do some dancehall trap. So dancehall trap is like let's set the tempo to 95 or 96. And that doesn't sound like dancehall trap now. As I said before, sometimes the instruments determine the sound more than the rhythm. So if I change this to a different, instead of a clap, I'll change it to like a trap sound, like dancehall trap type of sound. So I look for one of these snares. So open up Splice and I search for snare. Yeah, this one sounds trappy. So I'll swap this out and listen to this. You see, automatically sounds trappy. And then in this case, we would add some hi-hats. Hi-hat. Let's find a trappy sounding hi-hat. 808 hi-hat. Alright, I will copy this. Can change the grid to 32 instead. Or even 64. Let's try 64. And give it the hi-hat like a roll. Trappy hi-hat roll. Yeah, tough. Would add the 808 bass and all of that, but that's for next video. So like and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe, if you're feeling that trap vibe right now. Yeah, 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 yeah. So we'd stop here at the rhythm. So this is the rhythm. This is the driving force. This is like the repeated thing. So look at this. So this is the 4 bar. If I repeat this, in my case, the way I do my beats, I would normally like let the chorus have the hi-hats. The intro would be here. The intro would be like the first 8 bar or so. And then the verse, I would like to remove the hi-hats or tone them down a little so that the artist can identify that it's going into the verse. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Yeah. Yes, no man. So the vibe there. See? We'll stop here for now. And then next week, we'll talk about the cards and the chord progression and all of these things. So for today's video, we spoke about the timing, the time signature. We spoke about the tempo, which is how fast or slow a song will proceed over time. And then we spoke about rhythm, not rhythm, rhythm. So rhythm is the repeated groove or pattern. So in this case, we have a dancehall trap type of rhythm here going on. And all this dancehall will be something like this. Wait, I'm forgetting something. For it to be all this dancehall, it has to be have that sound. I'm going to look for it. Give me a sec.
Approximately 10 hours later.
That sound there.
2 hours later.
Yes, this is the sound. I found it. Well, close. This is the dancehall, all this dancehall sound that I grew up on. So let's hear it. So we'll put this here. Sound kind of Yankee. Yeah, that one that kind of sound like a Yankee. I couldn't find the proper hey, but you know that style. Like, hey, hey, hey. Yeah, like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe. I just reached 2,000 subscribers. I want to bring it to 3,000. I do a little special thing for Uno. Zine, so like, subscribe. Me a big Uno. Anyways, so this video, we spoke about rhythm and timing in music, in digital music. So next video, I'll be talking about chords, chord progression, melody, the sauce. You see me? And then we'll add that to our dancehall trap that we have here. And or else come up with something completely different. Who knows? So let's look out for that one. Subscribe. Click the bell so you can see when the one they reach. You see me? So big up on yourself. ZihKing Music I'm out. Bless upon yourself 5 million times.